So, hello and welcome to the Erica Glessing Show. I am joyful to have with me today Melanie Meade. She's a best-selling author from the new book, The Power of Releasing Judgment. Could we have more fun? And today we're just going to unravel the tightened skeins of poverty and bring in more of the luxury. We're just going to kind of play with that energy. So, welcome, Melanie.
Thanks, Erica.
Yeah, so tell me where you are in the world.
I'm in Ireland. I always laugh when I say it always seems to rain when I talk to you. So
Oh my gosh.
I know it's very stereotypical, but yeah. So yeah, I'm always over here.
Bring out the power in the rain.
Absolutely. Wash it away.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. I have a lot of Irish root, in my genetic past, and so it's always fun to chat with you and sort of feel that.
And they're from Cork as well, aren't they? Where I'm from. They're from the same county I'm from as well, I think.
Yeah. Oh, you did? You checked it out?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I saw photographs and everything. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
From County Cork?
Well, is it your great grandmother?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's photographs of her and her husband online and stuff, but I went to go in after you said it to me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I got to see your family.
So, Melanie, before we jump into the deep stuff that we're going to work on shifting, tell me a little bit about you and your world, and then tell me if anything could happen, what that would be.
Yeah, so I've written on the book Power of Releasing Judgment, and for me that has been an incredible journey for myself personally. It's really just recalling the story I tell in it, and all the bits and pieces, like things really started to come back to me, and what I really started to remember was me. And like I've spoken about it before, about how much of life is available to me and how much maybe we've cut off along the way. So I absolutely love this topic on poverty, because it can be about money, but it can also be about lack of yourself, and how much maybe that we had shut down, to living. And that is also refusing money and refusing luxury and all these kind of things. So for me, this is exciting because it's a slightly different spin on everything in my chapter already, we'd say. I live in Ireland. I have a teenage son, so I've had an interesting few years.
Right.
Money always comes up in it, yourself, raising kids and all that kind of thing, and providing full lives for them. I have a day job, and I also work for myself and with other people in the background in their businesses and stuff. And I love, I use a lot of the tools of access consciousness. That's an area that I work with people in. So it's quite diverse, and it's also constantly growing. For me personally, my business and my life is just expanding quicker and quicker these days. So tomorrow I could be adding something completely new to my life, but it's really exciting and I really enjoy it. And it's very much challenged me and the trust I have in myself in the way that I create.
Right.
Choosing what works for me, we'd say, rather than judging myself as wrong and doing it the way everybody else does it. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. That would work. So if anything could shift for you, what would you invite in today into your life?
Definitely more luxury anyway. And anywhere that I'm doing poverty or lack, because sometimes we don't even realize it.
Oh, I know.
If that could just pop, right? I could break up with it today. Dear poverty, we're breaking up. It's not you, me.
Thank you. Well, I love that, Melanie. So what's showing up for me is to look carefully at the items in your world. Often as moms, we will give our children items that are wonderful, or we'll give them opportunities to play sports or to do things in school or to have vehicles or whatever, and we'll think really nicely for our children. And then sometimes for ourselves, we're like, well, I'll take that, whatever, because I'm giving them this.
Yeah.
And especially single parent, yes?
Mm-hmm.
So what would it take to give yourself like even better than anyone else.
Absolutely, yeah.
What would that be like for you?
It would mean that I'd include myself completely in my choices. You know, as you said there, you know, as a parent, that you might desire to, you know, your kids need this, or, you know, I'll put myself second. What if we could have it all? What if I could have and gift myself as much as I gift my child, you know?
So picture something you'd like to invite into your life that you've just kind of held off as a limitation of you. Does that make sense? Like just something kind of like that you hadn't even until right this second, right this instant, you forgot you even knew that you wanted. What's something that you could ask for in your world that you've just kind of felt was like pie in the sky? What's something?
Oh, definitely my own business.
Oh, wonderful. So in reality, do you already have your own business?
I want to say yes.
Okay, cool.
No, I
Cool.
don't, but I want to say
Yeah, yeah. That's what I do to my cats. My kids just laugh so hard. I go, blah, 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 yeah. So, in your introduction, you actually communicated yourself as someone with your own business
yeah.
on the side, right?
Yeah.
So let's look at that business and let's put it into a ball of about this far in front of you. You can't see my hands. Arm's distance. So it's not in your body. Okay, pull it completely out of your body.
Mhm.
It's yours. But it's not in your body, right?
Mhm.
Okay. And let's just call it. What would you like to call it? Melanie's business.
We can do that, yeah.
Just for the moment, since we're
Just for the moment,
off
yeah.
the cuff, we can name it
Yeah.
something else.
I've never allowed myself to imagine a name, so we might stick with my own.
Oh no, then that's a oh no. Now we challenged it. Let's give it a name for the fun of it for today. It could be like the name we gave the baby in the hospital that we then like think about before we tell the world.
Oh
But
dear.
we're telling the world right now. So
I might need some help.
okay, so let's just ask the business what would it like to be named? And of course we don't have to have the answer right now.
Mhm.
But the business actually is saying that in giving it a name, this will crystallize it for you.
Mhm.
So it would actually like a name, and your name could be in it.
Okay.
So it could be Laughing with Melanie, Getting Free with Melanie, Growing Up with Melanie. It could be something with Melanie in it, or it could be something with Meade in it.
Yeah.
Or it could be so now let's talk to the business. Let's ask the business, does it already exist? Ask it right now.
It
Ask,
does.
do you exist? And what are you getting?
Yeah.
I know, right? Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. I know, like, I love this. Just sit there in awe of it. Just sit there in awe of the beauty of it, okay? Now, one of the misperceptions that people have, and this leads us deeply into poverty, and I have been there, done this, known this for so many years as a writer, is we put energy into our businesses and we're not asking for nourishment of it to us.
Mhm.
And then we're not asking other people to be nourished by it and to give you money for it. Okay?
Mhm.
In this calling of people giving money to it, this money nourishing you nourishing the business helping the people that want it, that are calling it forth from you, lining up to give you, to give money to the business, to give money to you, so it nourishes you. Okay? So just
Mhm.
see that picture and then see how much bigger it is than you. Have you made it your job instead of just the job of consciousness living in itself?
Okay, yeah.
Can you let go of it being your job to build your business? Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it is.
Can you just let go of that right now? Just
Yeah.
let go of it. Can you just say, business, and then let's ask this question. Business, what energy, consciousness, and joy, not just space joy, can I be for you to flourish today with total ease? So ask that question. Can you try to ask us something like that right now? In your own words.
Huh? In words?
In your own words.
Oh, in my own words. What energy, space, and consciousness can my body and I be to allow this business to grow with total ease?
Today.
Today, yes, right now.
Now. And just feel the energy of that, Melanie.
Yeah.
And then I'm just getting lower your barriers to it, to the business. Can you invite people to be served or a shift because they get to play with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and just picture how many new people coming in to be served by your business would be really good in the next, say, couple weeks.
10.
Not overwhelming, just like fun. Like, wouldn't that be something awesome, but not like I don't know how to breathe.
Yeah.
Okay, so 10?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So just picture 10 people giving you money, and then you're giving them services, and just picture ease with that, flowing 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 with that. And as the business grows, oh wow, it super wants a name. That's interesting, right? Is it because you've held back on giving it that because it might mean something?
I think because I was never sure like, I know it's a lie, but I was never sure what it was.
And you didn't know how to brand it.
Exactly.
You didn't have a logo on
it.
You didn't have a logo on it, right? You didn't have a logo. You didn't know how to make the header on the website.
To define it, yeah.
Yeah, it was like, and if I define it, then, oh, can I still be me? Because you were raised so specifically, and I'm really blessed, you guys, because I've read Melanie's chapter in The Power of Receiving Judgment, and so I want to share with you. She talks a little bit about being raised and her grandfather and some of the gifts she's been given that were sort of double-edged swords of being raised a certain way but then expecting things a certain way. So I'm curious if this desire to have it be a perfect business is doing anything to not allow it to exist. Is there anything in there?
Yeah, it's like it's the definition part, because the one thing I've always realized, and it's in the chapter in the book as well, growing up, like, I know it's not just me, but you always grow up thinking you're the only one that's different. It's just me, and the way and it's only recently, and this is the gift of the book for writing it, because there was a lot of acknowledging in it as well. It was just recognizing that, just because it's different or it's not very tangible doesn't mean it cannot be something in the world. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean that I cannot provide it. But I'm kind of one of these happy-go-lucky people. I always just, when I allowed it, it just was it. And I never kind of looked at it. Do you know what I mean? I just kind of, and that's what I realized recently was I can create really, really fast. But I never sat down and looked at it and went, oh.
What if you were like the flippin' best business person for like 400 miles in every direction?
Yeah.
What if you were had so much capacity in this area that people came to you just begging you to teach them how to build their business, even though they don't know who they are? Is that strange?
It's a funny story, because the way when you be yourself, it can really annoy people. When I was young, I used to really tick a teacher off. I was really shy, and she turned out to be like a business studies teacher, and she always said to me, "You'll amount to nothing. You know nothing. You know nothing about business." And she used to say to me all the time. And
nice.
Yeah, I bought that as real.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So let's look at how that tied your Okay, so let's look at, because today I'm really into cutting cords. That's my thing today. I'm like deeply into cutting cords today. Breaking up with this back crap, right? I'm really
Yeah.
into cutting cords and throwing stuff out. So let's look at that. You're going to be nothing in business. You're going to be nothing in business. Say, I'm going to be nothing in business. Say that.
I'm going to be nothing in business.
I can never be anything in business.
Nope, never. Totally worthless.
Yeah.
Never make anything of myself.
So I got chills. So what that tells me is I got a memory of my 8th grade teacher. I won't name his name. I don't know if he's alive anymore anyways, but he red marked my materials so much.
Mm-hmm.
And what I got shown later was he was scared of my brilliance.
Yeah.
And jealous.
Mm-hmm.
He had a lot of jealousy at my gift with words.
Yeah.
And so he consciously or unconsciously tried to hatchet me down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so this business teacher saw in you something that was so bright, scared the crap out of her.
Yeah.
And so her way of dealing with it, which I'm sure no one ever did that to her, right? No one ever tampered her down, right?
Nuh-uh.
Kept her from being brilliant, right? Nothing, right? That she came by that naturally.
Yeah.
She got told that a gazillion times. So she's actually almost treating you like a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
You feel that?
Yeah.
And you bought it.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Because it was nourishing to you. It was like she cares about me enough to really get how screwed up I am, which is a complete lie, really, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what can we do now to replace that energy in your business space?
Mm.
What could you put in your business space that's different right now? Ask for a different message. What message could you change that to and morph it to?
What do you mean? That the whole worthlessness part, that I know nothing about business?
Yeah, what could you say different to yourself in your head?
Well, I do business like nobody's ever seen before.
Truth?
True.
Wow. Right? And that picture of your face right now is like a cover of a flippin' magazine picture. It's a cover of a magazine. It's like
Yeah.
a woman standing in her power.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That was really weird to say.
When you said it, you looked like a magazine cover person. You
Yeah,
looked
that
like
was
you
so
had a
funny
cover.
to say
It was such a different like look on your face. It was like, right?
Because I looked at you and I went, does she think I'm lying? Maybe I am. No, it's true.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
it's true.
when you try on a new outfit that's particularly sparkly and gorgeous and beautiful and fits you super good, it feels a little awkward because you're used to your dumpy clothes, not you specifically. I'm talking to the listeners. So when you make a choice that is completely out of your comfort zone, it's not going to feel comfortable the first day. We can't expect to completely shift our energy and our space and our time and everything, and then on 5 minutes later feel, I mean, sometimes actually it does feel like beautiful right away. I mean, every once in a while it feels good right away.
You might secretly admire it. You mightn't tell everyone you look amazing.
Like sometimes when you put on the right thing, like it just feels so dang good. You're just like, oh my God, this is like the bomb. In fact, I was looking at this shirt that I love. I love it so much. And I was like, wow, I wonder if they make it in other colors because I just love this shirt so much. It's not new. But it's funny, like sometimes you try on a new thing and it actually does fit so good. You're like, how could I have ever worn anything other? And so there's two things that can happen. One, all your actions can kind of shift out of this.
Mm-hmm.
So now when you're making choices, you want to come back into this instant of time, and you'll have the recording of it, of course.
Mm-hmm.
You want to come back to this instance when you owned your capacity and say, then what would my choices look like?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and fear comes up. Do you feel that? Feel that? And it might be yours, it might be our listeners. So I've got a bunch of fear of, what if I don't make the right decision? Okay, now I'm saying I'm awesome, and then what if I make a bad business decision? Who's gonna judge me, right? Right?
Yeah.
Because now that I'm holding myself to this higher standard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what if my nails aren't done perfectly? Well, I personally wreck nice nails. I'm so challenging with my nails. I can get my toes done. My fingernails, it's really a waste of time. It's just, I just can't. I mean, seriously, they stay nice for like an hour.
Yeah.
Within 2 hours between the cats and the horses and the cleaning and the typing and the life that I live and my kids, it's like, have you ever had nice fingernails around horses? It's a complete waste of time. All right. So let's just now give yourself a little space and we'll wrap it up in just a few minutes. This is a really yummy chunk that we did, and I'm so appreciative of you coming to Playful Out. Let's just kind of go in and picture life now. Let me get the right amount of time. What month is it? April. Okay. So I'm seeing April 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So so kind of and we can't really go into like if we were doing this like perfectly beautifully privately, I would actually have you kind of go into a deeper state of theta and change your brain waves, which you can then in a heightened brainwave state, you can actually invite in change easier because you're not all the stuff of, oh my God, I'm lying, isn't there. So in a heightened state, you can actually shift your behavior easier. So what we would do if we were in a private thing is we would like go into kind of a deeper meditation state where we would kind of like allow the critical mind to back the fuck off. Ooh. I'm sorry. My kids actually hear the F word more than I do because they're teenagers. But. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to ask yourself to just consciously, since we can't really go into a heightened state together in this public setting, so we're going to ask you just in your just to blow out all the critical mind and just kind of put yourself into yourself. Picture your business fully operational, kicking some serious, April 2017, and just picture that. So just completely let go of reality right now. Just let go of everything that exists in your life right now. Just let go of every way that all you've manifested is in your life. And you can actually keep your job. I'm getting that you want to keep your job while your kid still needs you really bad. And so just give yourself permission to keep my job. Oh my God, I can kick in business and keep my job. Can you feel the release of that?
Mm-hmm.
That's a big thing. Okay? I see this with a lot of moms. So you want to just relax since I can keep my day job and I can kick, in business. Okay? I can have it. It's an and world. We're no longer in an or world. Now let's picture it's April. And then maybe in 2020, the day job doesn't need to be there. Okay? It could be next week that you could let it go, or it could be 5 years from now, but you don't have to. Okay? In that pressure that there is in society right now, if I'm a successful entrepreneur, I can't have a day job. That's a lie. Okay? We just want to bust that lie right now. You can absolutely be a great successful entrepreneur and also have a day job. It's totally okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because that's the big thing that I keep seeing, and again, I never know if it's you or the listeners, is how can I say I'm a successful entrepreneur if I also have a day job? And so what you want to work around with that is as you introduce yourself, and this is again for the listeners, is introduce yourself as the business entrepreneur, and they don't really need to know what else you do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you don't have to say anymore in your story, I have a day job and part-time blah, blah, blah. You want to stop saying that completely. And you want to say, I'm an entrepreneur and this is my business. And I help people heal and change and shift and release and do all the yummy things of releasing judgment. I teach people these yummy things that they can like change their lives with. And then if someone gets to know you better and they happen to find out you also have a position during the week, that's okay too. So that your business would actually like to be kind of front and center.
Yeah.
So not surprisingly, it has a very strong personality. Are you surprised your business has a strong personality?
No. I find it funny.
It's like, wow. Wow. We created something today, didn't we? I know, right? Okay. Let's just float above your timeline real quick. We'll end here in about 2 minutes, I think, maybe. Let's float above your timeline and see what would like to happen for you in the next like 12 months, and then just picture yourself then, not now. Picture the people just coming at you for business, super hard and fun, and like hard and good, not hard and bad.
No.
Picture it coming at you really good, and it serving you really well, and that serving your kid really well, and he's just looking at you in amazement. He already does, but now that you're just like this killer businesswoman, he's like, oh my gosh, he's like blown away. And then just kind of go into your own space for a second here, Melanie, and just invite in other evidence you'd like to see in your life that this is all working. Just picture that for you, please. You don't have to say it. Yeah, just picture that. Invite that. Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah.
Who has your back during this? From the other side?
It wouldn't be anybody I wrote about, is it?
Yeah.
That man?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. Oh, without a doubt.
Did you see that movement? Yeah. Yeah. He's like, march him up the hill.
No better woman.
He's like, march him up the hill, baby. You got it.
Yeah, yeah.
And he'll have your back.
Yeah, I'm glad at that, yeah.
Oh,
He
that's
taught me so much.
beautiful. That's so beautiful, Melanie.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you for coming today. This was so much fun on the Erica Glessing Show. I'm so joyful you could join me. And who knows what the future holds. Let's check in with you in the future and just see kind of how things go. Keep us posted.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.